Can anybody hear me? That you guys can actually hear me. Can anybody hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So that means it's better then. Let's just wait for people to actually join the call because we're just two here and I can't just start like that. So let's just wait for like 10 minutes and see how many people will join the class before we start.
All right, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you from there.
Oh, good afternoon, brother.
I think your network is breaking, Ayodeji, because I couldn't hear what you said, but I guess that's to confirm that you
Okay.
guys can hear me.
I said I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start now. I believe we've given enough time for more people to actually join the call. So I'll say good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to be back here for this particular class. Today we're going to be taking high fidelity designs, strictly visual designs. I think your mentor for yesterday took you guys on responsiveness, and so I want to believe that you guys are quite familiar with that already, with responsiveness, from web to the mobile version for designs. So today we're going to be strictly working on high fidelity designs. I'm going to be working on an hero section design for a travel agency website. So this is just to show you guys, and if time permits us, I might likely also design the mobile version of it, so you guys can see how it works. Yeah. Then afterwards, I would give an assignment so that you guys can actually go back and practice. But the assignment might not be strictly on a travel agent's website. It could be any industry, could be any website in particular, right? So yeah, so I'll share my screen and then so that we can begin for today. So can anybody see my screen? I need to be sure of that.
Yes.
Okay. All right then. So I already arranged some things that I'll be needing for this particular design. For example, the content I'll be needing as well as the images, but we could also go versatile in terms of trying to search for a better image, but it's just to beat time, and that's why I had to do all of these things. So I believe we all know what this is, right? I already brought in my desktop frame and I already have my grids on. So please, I need everybody to confirm that they understand what this is here.
Yes.
Okay, if you really cannot speak, you can actually just send a message in the chat so that I can actually confirm that you guys understand this. So I just brought in a desktop frame with my layout grids. So for the grids, we have column 12 and margin of 100 for the spacing, right? So the first thing we're going to do here is to design our nav bar session, right? So I'm doing this on the general PADI code file. So in case you're with your laptop at the moment, you can actually join in so I can actually see what I'm doing at the same time. It's going to make everything a lot more easier for you. So you just go on the general PADI code and then you scroll down to high fidelity design page, and then that's where I'm on right now. So we're going to go ahead to design the nav bar, and So let's assume that the name of this travel agency website is Voyage Vista, right? Okay, so we have Voyage Vista. So for this, I would want to use a different font. I don't want to use Inter as a font. So trying to see if I can use Helvetica. Okay. It's just my choice. You can use well, I don't want to say you can use whatever font you want, but you know that it depends, particularly to industries. There are fonts that are always fit for SaaS projects, there are fonts that are fit for fintech designs. There are also fonts that are fit for the food industry, right? So it depends on what you're working on, but Helvetica actually fits into a luxury travel agency website kind of thing. So that's why I'm using it. So it's just not about you just choosing any kind of font you want. You also need to be particular and then do your research before choosing a particular font, right? So that it also like rhymes with the whole design and everything in general. So I'm going to using a size for bold. So the only reason why I'm going to have to change Helvetica now is because I would need to use the medium weights and all of that in designing the navbar session. And you can see here, it has just regular and bold. So I'm going to have to change it. So I don't want to use Poppins. I feel like Poppins is too regular. So let's use Lato, right? So let's see. Okay, yeah, so we have a lot of weights and the rest of it for Lato. So we're going to use semi-bold. So let's leave it at 40. Trying to adjust the letter spacing. So I think like this is okay. I don't want to use pure black. So let me look for a different shade of black to use. Okay. So I'll go with this. Naturally, if you were designing already and if you know you can't hear me at any point, please just drop a chat so that, because I'll be occasionally checking the chat to see if there's any message whatsoever. So naturally, if you're designing a website, you should already have your logo down. But for the sake of this class, you don't have a logo. So I'm just going to use name of the brand for the logo, right? So we have Voyage Vista here. So I'm going to put that into an auto layout. Now, you know that people design differently, right? It's almost the same like saying, oh, you have different ways of making egusi soup. I just have to use food as an example here. So you have different ways of making egusi soup, but you all arrive at the same thing, right? So yeah, I actually like to put most of my it's easier for developers, right? It's always very easy. Yeah, it's always very easy. Okay, all right. Go ahead, Ayodeji.
All right. I just want to get a clarification. I remember the last design we did. We used Star Guide, and I think we're just choosing fonts for this one. Like, are we free to always make choose of font as we want, or it's compulsory to always have a Star Guide? I see you're doing more like just okay. We choose a font and then the font type and size. Like, is it not a compulsory due to always have a Star Guide when we want to start designing a project? That's what I want to confirm.
Okay. All right. It is very compulsory. Actually, it's very important to always have your style guide when you're trying to design, right? I'm only doing this for the sake of I am designing while you guys are watching, right? And then we have limited time. If I start doing all of the style guide thing, we're not gonna have time to do anything else, right? But when you're given a project to work on, so for example, the group project that you guys will have to work on individually, right? You have to, when you're done with your user research process, you have to go ahead. We have to be able to like generate your style guide. That will help you. It makes everything easier, right? And then aside doing the style guide thing, you can also like create, I think you should have been taught how to like create text if you want to like create your text type and all of that stuff in Figma. So here, text styles. So you have text styles, you have color styles, yeah. So all of these things actually make up, right? Actually make up the style guide. So when you do all of that, it makes it easier for you when you now start the actual design, because you can just go here. You already have your text style here. So you can just pick up, okay, it's body text you want for this. It's H5, heading 5 you want for this. Do you understand? But most importantly,
Yeah.
it is very important to always have your style guide ready before your actual design starts.
All right. Thank you. It's clear now.
All right. So we're going to go ahead with this. So I will say something that I always like to use auto layout for this. You don't really have to do that if you don't want, but I just like to put everything into an auto layout before I start designing, yeah? So I'm going to put this as left alignment. So we have this here. Then for the navigations, I think we also have destination. Okay. No, I don't want this in semi-bold. This has to be in a medium. Font size of 32. I hope you guys are following. I'm trying to design the navigation. So I'm just trying to do all of the text. So now in a travel agency website, of course, you want to be able to like check your destinations, Control D. You also want to be able to like book, right? So bookings. Then we also want to be able to like check flights. And then we also want to be able to check hotels. So I have all of these things ready. So the reason why it's showing all of this here, because it's in a frame, because I use auto layout. So normally when you're designing, it's always good to like try to like always layer your, your designs, right? But we don't really have time to do all of that. But normally I will just start laying them and say, okay, this is supposed to be the logo, right? Then, so when I put all of this into, so this is what we're going to be using. This is what people want to check when they come into a travel agency website, right? So I'm going to put all of that into an auto layout. Let me give it a spacing of 60. This this spacing might still be adjusted later on because it also has to fit within this, right? So remember that here we use spacing of 100 here, so it still has to fit later on. Then after this, what else do we need? Okay, we need a sign-in, right? Yes, we need a sign-in button. So now let's create a button. Sign in. Okay. Going to be left aligned. Did I put this in left alignment? Okay. So let's say I want horizontal padding space to be 16. Vertical should also be 16. But this looks small for a button, right? So let's increase it. So let's say this should be 24. This should be 24. Still looks small. Okay, so I think the vertical padding is okay. Let's just increase the horizontal. Okay, yes. I think this will do. Okay. So because we want I want a corner radius. So let me give the corner radius of 12. Let's see, how does it fit? Okay, can't really view that now till I actually put okay, so I like this size better. Now I already brought in a color that I wanted to use for this design. So let me just copy the color code, right? So I'll go here. I'm going to have to change this to white. Then give it a feel. So we have our color code ready. But this looks a bit, let me zoom in. Okay, this looks okay. The color shade is not making the button come out well. I think I have to change it. Okay, yeah, let's use this one. This is better. Now, I remember that when I was actually doing all of this, when I was trying to design this, I did not check for the color of the text. Now, you don't use FFF 000 for your text most times because of readability and accessibility purpose according to design principles. Yes, so I have to change this. Now, what's the color code that I use here? So I have to use that instead of me using. So I'll copy that and just click on this. You can see why auto layout is good. So if I didn't put it in auto layout, I have to now be clicking them one by one and be changing their text color. But now I can easily just click on the frame that houses all of them and then come here and then change their color. Can you guys see? You see that it's a lot more easier, right? That's why auto layout is good. It helps in so many ways. So now we have this ready. So now let's do our login, right? Control D. Now we have filled buttons and we have outline buttons. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. Now we have filled buttons. So, and then you cannot have two filled buttons at the same time in a design. Like if you're trying to put them together, one has to be filled and one has to be outlined. This is a filled button, right? So now I have to design an outline button. Now, the reason why I'm giving this a fill is because this is like the CTA for me. That's a call to action, right? This is what I want people to do when they come to the website, first of all. I want them to be able to see that because when you look at this, you can actually see that, oh, yes, I want people to actually come in. And then the first thing they are saying is sign in. the sign in catches their eye, right? Automatically they want to sign in, right? And then aside that, sometimes people want to also go through the rest of the designs, maybe the rest of the website, the landing page or whatever it is, and then so every other thing, all other things on the website is together also prompts people to actually like click on the sign in button. But we're going to get to that point. So now let's create an outline button. So what's the color code for this? I'm going to copy that. Now, I'm going to give this, right? And then I'm going to do this, right? So you can see, so it's always good to like give it a stroke. So let me give a very minimal stroke so that it is properly defined. I think a one stroke is a bit too much. And I want this outside. Okay. Let's give it 0.5. Okay, now it's too light, so we're going to leave it at 1. If you like, depending on what you want, there are times where if you're using a very vibrant color, right, you might just choose to reduce the opacity here. But I mean, this is really okay. There's only for us to reduce the opacity. So now I'm going to put this button in an auto layout. So I'm going to give it a spacing of 24. Oh, you guys did not remind me. I'm supposed to change this to login. Now, so we have our buttons ready, right? Let me reduce this because of the margin that we have here. 40. So let's leave it this way. What's the text weight for this? It's on medium. Okay. So now I'm going to put all of this together, right? Now let's go. Now before that, it's always good to like name your. So let me just do that for this. For the rest of the other ones, we might not really have to like do that. And then for this frame, we have our buttons. So you can see that it makes it a lot more easier. If you're trying to look for something or you want to edit something, you can easily go down to logo here and then you edit your logo or whatever it is. So let's put all of this into an auto layout. Now, everything is in an auto layout, right? So you can see the spacing here is 231, but you can actually decrease it, reduce it if you want, right? So the first we're going to do first is to check here and see if it fits. Now this is where the adjustment comes in. If you come here, remember there's a margin here. So whatever content or whatever design you're doing has to be within these grids, right? So when you put this here, you're going to see that it is out, right? Can you guys see? So, so I'm going to have to adjust this. Excuse me. So we have a padding space of, we have spacing 100, we have spacing 100 here. Mm, okay, still doesn't fit. So we have to set this to, I'll set it to auto, right? I don't want to give a padding space. If I reduce this too much, it's going to not fit. So you can see how this is going. It's not particularly, what's the grade here? This is 100. So
Sorry, I guess the reason why it does not fit is because there is no logo there. It's because the
no,
text is
no, it's not because of the logo. The logo has nothing to do with it now. Because normally, if you had a logo here, you just replace the logo with this text.
that's what I
So
mean
let's say,
now,
for
like
example,
it's longer.
oh, no, the logo has nothing to do with it. This is a spacing thing that you have to solve. It's spacing. It has to fit within this. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I think he was saying probably the logo has been there, that logo won't be as long as the text. I probably that would have fit into the frame.
The logo will not be as long as what?
The
No,
text.
probably meant that the logo wouldn't have been as long as the text, like the Voyage Vista. That's
Okay,
what
okay, okay.
the
No, it
logo
has
has been
nothing.
smaller.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
get you. But it has nothing to do with the size, actually. Yes, it's as long as you resize this, it automatically works. It has nothing to do with the sizing, actually.
I
I'm
think you
going
have to
to
decide the size of the test.
no. You cannot reduce the size of the text. Don't worry. Let me work on it. And still, I need this fit into this. Normally, this is meant to be center aligned when you bring this in here, but I don't want to do it the manual way. You're supposed to, if you apply auto, it's meant to resize. But if you do this, it's gonna be wrong design practice. Can you see? But when you now use the normal this thing, it automatically resizes the whole thing. All right, let's see. How many spacing did I give here? 40. Okay. So let me reduce the spacing to 24. How many spacing did I give here? 24. Okay. So let me allow everything to be 24. Here we have no spacing. Okay, we have spacing of 10. Is this needed? This is not needed now because it's just a text. Okay. Now we have this. So this has to fit here. So overall spacing is 50. So the best is actually reduce the spacing between them so that this can actually work. I think we have this for 40. think the horizontal padding is a bit too much. So let's give it at 24. So we're going to do this so that everything is uniformed. 24. What else? What other spacing have we missed out on? There's a spacing we have now adjusted. 24, 24. This is 24 as well. This is 24. Okay. Let me set to give it another adjustment that we have not done. And that's why.
Hello, ma. Have you tried reducing the font size a little?
Font size will not really. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that works. I don't think font size should do that. So we give this font sizing of 32. Okay. So let me just select all of these and then 24. So I think that should work now. This is not even supposed to be on medium. I will come back to that. This cannot be reduced because this is like where we need. So I think is it 32 that I gave this one to? Okay. So I have to reduce this for consistency's sake. Smaller. So I have to stretch this to 100. So now it has gone way below small. Or let's do it this way. Let me remove the auto layouts and then do them one by one. That's another way that this can work. So we have to bring in subsections one by one. Okay, then buttons. This button still has to be increased back because this is a bit too small. It's a bit too small for buttons. I think we had this on 32, right? Okay. Then this can fit now. All right then. Buttons. Let me zoom in so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have these here, right? And then we have these here. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, I think it's better now. We can actually adjust all of these things later. So let me remove the grid and see. Okay. The buttons are not bad. So we're going to give it a spacing. Normally, I like to use spacing of 50 for here. Or sometimes if you want, you can actually leave it like, let it get to the like main top. But I like to give spacing of 50.
But how are you adjusting the spacing?
Oh, okay. You hold down on, so when you click on this, you click on your frame, you hold down on Alt on your key, on your Windows or MacBook, whatever you're using. Then once you come here, this whole red thing shows up and then it shows you the number of spacing. Do you understand now? Ezekiel, do you understand now?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
let
ma'am.
me, all right. So let me go again. You just click on whatever it is. You hold Alt on your Windows or MacBook and then
Yes,
use your
ma'am.
cursor or your mouse to check around. All right, that's fair. So now we're going to design the hero section, right? Now let me bring in a frame. This could actually be adjusted later, but I'm trying to zoom in to ensure that this is actually on the grid. That's why we have these red lines. That's the ruler. It actually helps us to, for alignment and all that stuff. So let me say I want spacing between sections to be 100. So, because for example, if you're trying to design a full landing page, you're going to have different sections, right? You're going to have hero section, then you have like categories. So for example, the way I put all of this here, if I'm supposed to design a full landing page, the next I'm supposed to design is what? Destinations, right? And then show possible destinations to users that would want to like come on board on our agency. So that's why I always like to give spacings because it really, really helps. And you also have to make sure that whatever spacing you're giving at the beginning it has to be consistent. So you see the way here is 50. It means that when you get to the footer page, the footer is like where you have your careers. You know how most companies' website looks like. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. When you get to that point, you also have to make sure that the spacing between the footer and the end of the frame also has to be 50, right? So I want to make this 50. Okay, so now we have this, right? So now I already have my content already ready because I did all of that here. So let me just pick out all of that. Best destinations around the world. And I want this to be a smaller text, so I don't need it to be bold. I'm going to reduce the size into, I don't like to use 20. So let me use 18. Then the main text, your gateway to the world. Okay. So let me do this outside here and then later bring it in because of auto layout 6. Let me zoom in. Also put this into auto layout. Change this to 0. I don't want that spacing for text. So this is going to be a much bolder text, and I need it to be bold. So let's see. Let us spacing this. Okay. 5. We said we're not going to use 0, 0, 0. That's the problem with not creating textiles, Ayodeji. You can see now that I always have to go back to copy the color code. But if I have my textiles ready, it's going to be just easier for me. It's because we don't have time to do all of that.
That's true.
Okay, so I'm going to put this in auto layout and make sure it's left aligned because that's the way I want it to be. Then we have this. Now, there's meant to be a subtext. Discover breathtaking destinations. So let me copy this so that it's easier for me. It doesn't understand what I'm doing, right? Because I copied the text, so I have to change all of these things. I need it to be medium. Okay. There's no letter spacing here. Let me give letter spacing of 5. I think it's a bit too much for smaller text. Okay, this is fine. How many spacing did we give here? I need it to be smaller, yeah. Okay. So we have this. Let me put them in an auto layout. These things I'm removing, I hope you guys understand what I'm doing, right? I just don't want spacing because they are text. But I'm putting them that way because it makes it easy if you want to make the whole thing scalable when you're trying to now make everything an auto layout, right? Now I'm going to show you an example of why I do that. So because it's going to be a smaller text, so let's do this first. 16, because I want it to be really, really small. so that this whole thing is aligned. Okay. So now we have this spacing of 16. Let me see 8. All right, this is how I want it to be. So I'm going to put these. Okay, it's already fill. So when you come here, you change it to fill, and that's because it's going to make the whole thing scalable. If you want to like scale it, I'll see when I get to that point. I'll explain when I'm done with everything. Fill container. So now we have this. So I'm going to join this with this. Put that into an auto layout. Ooh. Let the spacing be 24. Let's see 16. All right, 16 is fair because I used 8 here. Align left. Now, this is going to be set to fill. This is already in fill. Now, see why I did that. Okay, I'm not doing this one. Fill container. Okay. Can you guys see? It automatically adjusts to however way that you want it to be. This is not moving because I've not changed it to fill. See here, fixed. Change it to fill. So do you guys understand? So it makes it easier. So if I want to do a web version, I can easily just copy this and just scale it and then put it in the web. I might just adjust, maybe reduce the weight of this. If I want to change the font, or if I want to make this one regular or not or more bolder, do you understand? But you don't need to start scaling it to fit a mobile size. Do you guys understand? So doing it this way, it's already a lot more easier. So I can easily resize however way that I want it. Do you get? So let's bring it back to the original size. So this is going to be the size that we want. Now we have this. I think I would want to change this to okay. Let me leave it first because now I don't have an idea how we want this particular hero section design to look like. Okay. Now let me bring in a frame. Now this frame is going to be for our image. Usually you can actually get images using plugins from Unsplash, Pixel, and the rest of it. It depends on how you want. I see that it's only I or Deji that's on this file. So that means that every other person do not have access to be able to come on the file at the moment. And then remember that I'm using my buttons are rounded, which means that for consistency's sake, whatever cards I'm designing also has to be rounded, right? So let's just do this before I forget, just in case. So we have our text, and this is how I want it to be. So I want it to be like this, and then this whole image is just going to be here, right? So now I'm going to bring this into here. Remember, there's a section I drew here for. So this is what is going to be housing this. So you see that you have different sections. Let me name this. This is the nav bar. Well, let me just say nav menu, right? Then this is going to be the hero section. So that when I'm looking for it, it will not be a problem. This is the hero section itself. I'm just going to do a very simple stuff so that we don't really have to, there's no time for us to start exploring. I would have loved to use gradient for this, but there's no time to start exploring the gradient. Oh my Lord. 17. Let me remove this grid so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. This in here is 28. Give this medium. So let's change this to regular.
Sorry,
Sales.
Rachel. I would have loved you guys to contribute as well now. Let it not look as if she's designing alone.
Okay.
You guys should say something. If you have a contribution, I think that's where collaboration comes in. This is most likely how your project is going to be. Of course, she's the one doing something, but you guys can also make contribution. Someone can say, okay, can we try something like this? Like me, I might contribute if I want to, but I don't want to be the one contributing. I want you guys to say something. Ayodeji is on the team now, I think so. Whoever is on the team now should contribute, give idea as well. You can make some contribution. It helps because that's how you work as a team. Say something. Okay, can we reduce this? Can we apply this? I mean, like now I just came online. I could see something. I can say, can we change the font of your gateway to the wall, make it a little bigger, then maybe reduce the speed of the space. Bring the discover your this down. I think the font is too big. That's my own contribution for the discover your breathtaking destination. I think it's too big. I don't know. Like, I mean, those are ideas, and we try
Okay.
something, we explore it, and something you see how it will come out at the end of it. But by the time you leave it for your mentor alone, you guys are not making any contribution. It's not nice.
Exactly.
That's why we gave you access to
So
the
that means I'm going
everybody.
to have to, everybody's actually going to contribute to this design. However, when
Yes,
it comes out, it's going to be exactly what we all did.
yes.
Okay. So let me put the grid back on so that. Okay, now,
Better.
Ayodeji, let me start with you since you're on the file already. What do you think we should do? Do you think we should reduce the subtext and then increase the gateway to the world, just like he said?
Yeah, I think the gateway to the world should be increased more, and then the discovery heartbreaking destination should be reduced somehow. Should be reduced, like not as small as the best destination around the world, but a little bit bigger than that above. But let your gateway to the world, as in let it be more, let it be bigger so that
Why?
you
Why
catch
do you think
more
it should be
attention.
bigger, actually?
Okay,
I
well,
need to be sure that you're not just trying to repeat what he has said. Why do you think it should actually be bigger than the other one?
well, one thing is that the font size is competing with the one below. Okay, fine, it has a different color, but I think that is what we want the attention of people to be drawn to more. So, and I think it should be the first thing they will relate with and any before the other text. So I think if it is bigger, like it will achieve the goal.
Um,
All
my
right
own
then. Any other person?
Yeah, the test, I'm suggesting the test will just be in the middle, like you should align it to the center. It should not be a side. What I'm saying is that this test should not be in the middle of the hero section. I mean, that one just, I don't know how to explain this. It just be left and should be, how am I going to put it? To
Okay.
be center.
I think what you're
Center,
saying
not
is, hold on. You want all of these to be in the middle.
yes, the test to be in center, like not to be
Okay,
right.
so if it's in the center, where are we going to put the image?
No, like it should be like this. The test, the main test, not this frame. That one should just be in center. Like I'm not with my PC.
All right, like okay, maybe I should help. I think what you meant is.
I understand what you're saying. Now let me explain. So you're saying each of these texts that I put into an auto layout should be aligned center.
Yes.
Just like this one. So let me click on Give to the World here. Should be aligned center, right?
No, the main test.
Okay. The main text itself. This is the main text now.
Yeah, so it just this, this thing is aligned to the left here. This one should be center. Like
why?
That,
Why
yes,
should
that
it be
one,
center?
yeah. Yeah.
Why? Why?
I think that one will look to me nice than that left something.
I don't agree with that though.
Why don't you agree with that?
Because if we are using left alignment for best destinations and discovery, and we're not putting your gateway to the center, I don't think that's going to give us a very visual balance. That will be the visual being balanced. You know, if you're sticking to left alignment, you have to stick to left alignment at least for the hero session, all through the hero session. If you're going center, which I don't think the center might work because of the kind of image we'll probably be using here, I think what we are currently doing is good. We just need to increase the text of your gateway to the world to be larger.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like this is the first time I'm actually hearing you speak since I started class. What's your name?
Tosin.
Okay, Tosin. All right, that's a good one, right? But that would only work. It can actually work. It's not like it's not going to work. If you want all of the text to be in the center, it means that the image has to be center below. For example, there's some websites you go to, you see the text in the middle, then the image is in the middle as well.
Yeah, I think what I was saying is we should just center your gateway to the world and leave the other things to the right, to the left.
No, you can't do that because
yeah, I think that was what he was trying to explain.
For hierarchy's sake, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't have one. If you're going to change the gateway to the word text to center alignment, then that means you must put the rest of the other ones center alignment as well.
That's what I was saying, but I think he was saying you should put your gateway to the word to the center, then keep the rest to the left alignment, which is why I said that. Yeah.
Okay. But that won't work. That won't work. So
it won't work, yeah.
So that means let's go with what Ayodeji said, because that's like actually it is true. This is meant to be bigger than this, right? So let's increase the size of this. 64, 96. So let me leave it at 64, right? Why is it going back to 48? Who is in the kitchen? Oh,
doesn't serve us lunch, sir.
When the food have done, please include us. So let's leave this as.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even know this thing was on. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think I'm the one, sure, but.
Okay.
So are you sure you are not the one?
All right. So let me put off the grid so that you guys can see well. What do you guys think? Do you think I should adjust the spacing? Do you
I'm
think?
sorry. Sorry. Can't we import the picture we want to use and probably I think if the picture is in the frame already, how we align this text? I'm just thinking. Because
That's true. You have a point. Please, can you mute your mic? So Tonya, I think your mic is the one that's on. All right. You have a point there, but at the same time, you also want to, in as much as the size of the image will help, will also help the text and how everything is going to feel like, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, in as much as it is going to make the image is going to make the text look more, balanced and all that, you also want to also check that the text itself, the size, the weight used, and every other thing, it's actually balanced too. But let's bring in the image and let's see how that works. I'm reducing this to fit because now the text has been reduced. It's no longer small.
But I think we can change the weight of your gateway to the world to make it look kind of a bit bolder. I don't know.
The text is still close to the nav bar.
How is my text? There's enough space in here. It's not close to the nav bar.
There's not enough. Just down a little bit. It's too close to the nav bar.
But,
What is close to the nav bar?
Your gateway to the world.
there's enough space.
Sorry, are you talking
There's
about
enough.
are you talking about nav bar or the best destination?
The best destination, the test, that means test, frame 14. I'm busy frame 14.
Are you talking about this?
Audio test in that yellow section is too close to the nav bar.
Why do you feel it's too close to the nav
Why
bar?
do you feel it's close to the nav bar?
It's straining my eyes, something like that. Straining my eyes.
That's
okay.
That's a very important feedback.
Okay.
So
That's
this is where usability testing comes in.
That is where accessibility also comes into.
Yes.
So that means we're going to have to adjust this. But that's a good one, by the way. I was not expecting that reply from you. Okay. So let me bring it down. Okay, so how does it look now?
You see why it's good for you guys to contribute, right?
How does it look now? The person that said is stopping your eyes, please, how does it look now?
Yeah, it's better like that. It's better. Sorry.
Oh, Tobe, is you that's stopping your eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. All right, let's bring in our image. So I have an image here already. It depends on what you like, right? I like to put my image into a frame. Do you understand? So I just do frame selection so that it is into a frame. It's not just there. But when you click, you're going to still see the image below, but it's always good to put it in a frame. So we have this now. It is because of how this image is, that is why we cannot resize. if you resize this image, it's going to affect the whole balance of the image itself. And then let me remove this so you can actually see that there's a shadow below. You can see. So when you now say you want to resize because of the way the whole frame is crossing into the left text, it's just going to affect the whole image, right? So, but you can actually leave it like, because it doesn't do anything. When you click outside, you can see that it's not disturbing the next text, right? But what do you guys think? Do you think we should leave it this way, or do you think we should put this text here in the middle and then put this image below? What do you guys think? By the way, let me let me put this in the center so that it rhymes with the image. No, I have this. So what do you guys think?
I think it's better like this.
Okay, I think I have there's this vector aeroplane I designed. Let me bring that in for this. It's just to depict the whole text thing. So I think I want to put this here. I think I also want to put this here. Okay. Now, what do you guys think?
I think this is nice, but
Okay.
my own suggestion. So since we are
No.
collaborating,
We're supposed to give you a suggestion. No,
okay,
now let the
okay,
students
sure.
give their
I'm
own
not
suggestion.
suggesting anything. I'm not suggesting
Yes,
anything. Yeah.
yes. All right.
Mouth shut.
Thank you. Ayodeji, Tobe, Oluwatosin, and the rest of every other person on this meeting. What do you think should be done?
Let
How
me
do
see
you think this can be
who will
better?
take note. Let me see who will make that suggestion I wanted to make.
The plane should be close to the text.
Why?
It feels more better like that to me.
Okay, let me do it so that I can see.
No, not there, not there. It's too
Where?
not there.
No.
Not
Take
there.
it back.
Not there.
No, take it back to where it was. I beg.
No.
Wait.
Underneath the
My
gateway.
suggestion-
Underneath the gateway.
We're exploring.
Gateway,
Just calm down.
gateway.
My suggestion is that
I think it's the one below, the plane below, that's the problem.
If you have
Yes.
access to your file, go in and do it. Let's see.
I feel the image on the white background is too boring. There's no fun to it.
There's no font to it, to this image, right?
Yes, exactly.
Who made that
Okay.
statement?
Sotoye made that statement.
So
All right. Who else? You know, if somebody's trying to give a suggestion, you cannot just discredit it. You can't just just make the person just shut up like that. Because you never can tell. An idea might not look good, but when you now do the design of it, it looks good. An idea might look good in your head, and then when you now design it, doesn't look good. There are no patterns, there are no rules to this thing. So back to what Toby was saying. Toby, what were you trying to say?
The plane should be underneath the gateway.
This one?
No, the one. Yeah, that one. Yes.
It should
Bring
be
it down.
underneath. Okay.
The gateway. Yes, there. No.
Remember that I put this in an auto layout, so it cannot be here.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Unless you want me
Yes.
to use absolute positioning. Now let me
Yeah,
use absolute positioning and see. Okay.
And take it front.
Do you guys know what absolute positioning is?
Yeah, yes, ma.
No, not just you, Toby.
Yes, ma.
Okay. So I'm going to put it here, and I have to now resize it so that it
Enlarge it,
fits,
yeah.
right?
No. You have to enlarge it. It's too small like that.
Oh, it's too small. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay like this?
I don't get what I'm trying in my head.
Wait now, wait. Let me do it very well. Before you edit anything on this file, I can see a lot of people are on the file already. Please let me know so that you don't just edit, right? Before you do anything. Okay, so now, how does it look, Toby?
Better.
Is this what you want?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, everybody, is this, do you guys like this one?
The aeroplane and that text color is not blending at all. I don't like it.
Okay, all right. So you know that if we blend it, there's not going to be any oh, I'm not supposed to see anything actually, but let me do that. Okay, I actually reduced the opacity of this text. No wonder.
Can we make that your gateway to the world, the weight of that text a little bit, thicker, kind of?
Okay, we're exploring. No, I want
Yeah.
to do the first one that you said. You said this is not the color bar. Let me change this one. Now I've done it. What do you think?
Sorry, ma. Is there another text color apart from this blue?
There's meant to be an accent color.
Because that place you have a different color entirely. I think. What do you think?
Where?
The plane shall be different color entirely.
Okay. So let's explore colors now. I did not pick an accent color, right? But let's see how orange might look. What am I doing? I'm not supposed to.
Can we add a shape behind the image?
Shape.
A shape behind, like a circle.
Okay, a
behind the
shape.
image.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
or like a transparent map of the world behind the image.
I was
Okay.
going to suggest if we can have the plane behind the image.
So what you guys also need to understand is that in every element you want to apply, you must understand if it's going to be a primary factor or a secondary factor. Is it going to distract? If not, so in every element you must include, understand that it should not distract your users.
So this is what you're saying.
So that has to be well.
Yeah, but the color is a little bit bolder.
Okay. Let me reduce the opacity of this color. Let's say 50. 50 is too down. 70. Let's see how that looks like. All right.
The color is too light.
Try that the orange of the luggage that she's sitting on.
Color is too light.
Try the orange of the luggage she's sitting on.
Okay. So this is the color, right? Now let's try that. Did I reduce opacity or I should leave it at this? Let me put it at 100 so that you guys can see.
Yeah, 100, try to be bright.
Okay, this is what we have.
Yes, this is it.
Okay. Does every other person like this design?
I'm up. It's a bit dull. Can you make it a bit more vibrant?
I should make what? What did you say?
The color is
To be honest, I'm not sure if I like that design. That's aeroplane there.
Okay, thank you very much, Tosin.
For some
Who
reason,
else does not like this design?
The color is just the color of the plane. I don't
No,
really like
it's
the
not
color.
about the color. No matter the color that you put there, it's not just going to gel. It's not going to sink.
It's not just sinking with me at all.
It's not sinking at all. So we have to remove it. Thank you very much, Toby. We have tried your. Any other person?
So, like I said, can we put like a fainted background?
That was fine, though.
Not fine.
It's not fine at all. It's not. Good afternoon.
Okay.
So I just want to
Good
say,
afternoon, Excellence.
Hello,
I
ma'am.
just want
Take
to say my own
the second
Hold
suggestion.
on.
to the back of the
Sorry, Sotonyi, Excellence was trying to say something. Let's hear him out. Hold on.
I just wanted to say my own suggestion. Probably I came in late, so I was not really following. I think two
Okay.
planes is making it very chaotic. Number one. Then number two, I hardly see pictures of plane that tend to be orange. So I think the light blue is still going well for it.
Okay.
For two planes that are chaotic. The third one, Toby was saying something about the whole best destination, your gateway to the world, and discover breathtaking stuff to be a little bit too upward. But I feel we can still bring it a little bit upward, a little, because to me it's not making any visual balance between the old picture height and the old text height, because I'm pretty sure we still have to put some other things below, but we don't want to strain the user's eye. So I feel we should just bring it up a little. Then the fourth one, I think, is your gateway to the world. The height between your gateway to and the world the space should come in a little bit. That's just my suggestion for now, according to
Okay. Oh, for now.
how
Oh,
I've been
that's
going
good.
to, yeah.
That's good.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Class, let's do what he says. So there's no spacing anymore. Oh, shit. Trying to reduce. Okay. This is bold already. So you said I should adjust the spacing between this and the best decision, right? Because spacing here is
All I said was the whole text, the whole best destination around the world, your gateway to the world, and I know you already auto layered them, so you can just raise it up a little, so it doesn't feel as if it's just in the middle of our body once we are moving eyes.
okay.
Because
No, what
to me,
you're
it
trying
doesn't
to
feel right.
okay. I don't hold on. So what you're trying to say is I should bring this up, right? A bit.
A little, yes, because Tobechuku was complaining about him not saying it properly, and I think it's actually right. But to me, just this down is not so right for me.
Okay, what do you think now?
This is all right. This is all right. Then your gateway to the world, the spacing in between.
Spacing between gateway and best destination, right?
No, your gateway to then the world. The spacing, it's one text, but I think the spacing in between them is a little bit too large.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you have it at 120. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, this is all right. This is all right. We can still make it bigger. Let the two and the destinations, if your gateway to the world can be that big, whereby the two and destinations are like on the same line height. So it makes it pop. So that's my own suggestion, man.
By experimenting it, don't worry. So
No, not that big.
okay. So let's make it 90. This is big. So let's make it 78. This is good. It's just that we would have to resize this back here. What do you think? Everybody now, what do you think?
This is better.
Okay.
You are getting there.
Then we can
78
just think of where
votes.
to put. We can think of where to put our airplane. I think that
Our plane.
yes, because that's another issue itself.
I'm coming to adjust this. Don't do this, guys. I'm just doing it because. Okay. Now there's a balance. I had to reduce this because of this. So what do you guys think?
Yeah. So did you discover?
Emmanuel Ego, I am just seeing your message in the chat. So if you'd like to contribute, just say something so that I really don't have to be checking the chats like that. I might not see it on time. That's why I'm saying that. All right, so I think this looks good. But what else can be done? Somebody was saying something about bringing a world map or something. Who said that?
Yeah, I was saying like we bring like if not like very bright, like a fainted kind of map behind the image. So it's not so flat.
Behind the image.
Yes, so
So
it's not so
somewhere around
flat.
here.
Yeah, so it just gives like just
But this
elevates
will
the
block this shadow. You can see there's a shadow here, right? So
okay.
whatever you have to do has to be here. It cannot be at the back. You also need to look at how the image is. There's a shadow casting here, down to the shoe area, down to the box. Can you see? Whatever you put here is going to block this.
Can we take out the shadow behind a bag?
This is an image. How do you want to take out the shadow? It's an image.
So I'm thinking of
So whatever image you're giving, or okay, you know what? Let's explore. I mean, we have a few hours to the end of the class, so
But it is already simple enough. And again, we just spoil the whole thing.
No, you don't say that. You try something. If it
who
doesn't
said
work,
that?
It shouldn't though.
You don't conclude designs like that.
or
Whatever
you
you
try.
have in your head, you just have to try it. Like I said, it might be a good idea in your head and it might not come out really well. Right? Just like we experimented with this. And then it might not be a good idea and you might want to dismiss it, but no, try it because you never can tell. It could actually work.
So can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry,
I was
I
trying
came
to
in late.
look for.
The Earth map, or what was it called? I was thinking if we can have it right over is it the Visa card she was holding? Then we kind of have a call out linking to the world globe image. I don't know if you get my point.
No, I don't. Come again, please.
Okay, if we can have a globe, like a globe, an image showing the globe of the world, then we'll
Okay.
now have a call out from that her Visa card that she's holding, leading to the globe.
Okay, so the globe has to be somewhere around here then.
Exactly where your mouse is.
Okay. Is that all?
Then probably have a little plane, a very small image of plane, like trying to fly around that. I don't know, maybe that way it's something.
Yeah, I get your idea. That's a really good one. But the image flying around is going to be like an animation when you're now done with the whole thing. Just so the plane will just be flying around here. That's a good one. But I was trying to see if we could explore and see if we can get another image. I mean, we don't have time, but let's just see what other image that we can get. I hope you guys can see my screen. Now, this is a really good image. What do you guys think? This is also a good image to use. So do you think we should look for another image, or do you think we should just keep adjusting this till it gets better? I brought about changing the image now because of what is it Tosin or somebody suggested about putting something behind here. And that's a really good idea. But the point is, because of this shadow casting around here, it's not going to look good. So there are times where you might not be able to get what you want because of the image available, and you have to find another image. So what do you guys think? Should we just find a globe and see how we can fix that around here using the
I think
primary
we can.
color, or we should look for another image?
So I
Might
have an image
add
of one map.
it would be too many elements on it.
No, so let me should I report the kind of image I'm talking about? Because I just saw one now. Probably if I put the image, you see what I'm saying. Hello?
I'm here, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said I
If
have
you,
an image now. Can I just
all right,
import it
if
so
you
you
can
see
put
it
the
here?
image in the chat, let's see if that's
Okay.
possible.
Why not just
Sure.
put it on the workspace? Let's see.
I'm
Okay.
not sure. Are you on the file, Tosin?
It's on the
Yeah.
file, I think so.
Yeah, I'm on the file.
Oh, okay. All right, put it on file then. Let's see.
Okay, maybe something like
Okay.
this. Behind, then we
Okay.
faint it a little bit.
Can you do it if you have access? Let's see what you are trying to say. Worst case, we delete it if it doesn't work well. Okay.
Something like that. So it's fainted. It's not too bright,
Okay.
but it just gives some life to that background, to that image over there.
Can you reduce the opacity again?
Okay. Let's see, like 10
Yeah,
or
leave it there.
15.
Let's see how it will be. I mean, everything is about trial. Okay.
Oh, 15. What do you think?
Can you remove your mouse? Let me adjust it a bit. I think it's too. I think it's too. Well, I'm trying to look for it on the. Did you send to the back?
Yes, send to the back.
Oh, it's an image.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. In a way, it doesn't really affect the casting.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys think? I think this is okay for me.
Yeah.
Because we still
That means
have
that- Exactly.
I still have to add buttons here to remember, guys. There has to be a button here so that, I mean, to communicate, to prompt an action to where you're trying to communicate it to your user. So there's still going to be a button here. So this is okay, right? Do you guys like this?
Yeah, actually, it's nice. Looking, it's giving the
Oh, hi,
communication.
Roslyn. You are welcome. You're welcome. So
What about our
please,
plane?
which plane? Toby and this plane. She
Can you
wants me
remove-
to add
Can you
another
remove
plane
all
here.
these planes, please? Can you remove all these planes?
Yeah. the plane is an issue.
Let's see how it's going to be without the plane on the workspace. Okay.
No, I think we should add the plane, but make it smaller. It's
Yes,
just too
we
bare.
should put it in between your gateway to the world and the research is
No,
holding.
the plane
Or you want
cannot
to put
be
it there?
around this text. It has to be somewhere here. Why? Because now this element, this image is already covering this. So if you put this plane here, it's going to cover all of this here. So it has to be here, then maybe we'll just have to resize it. Let me resize it and then see. Now, what do you guys think? It's too small.
The plane is an issue.
Instead of this plane, can we use like a more flat plane? Kind of. Maybe like a vector flat plane. Then put it in a circle that looks like a pointer. Don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, I get you. But that means that the image, since it's saying vector, that means we should be able to adjust the color of the. It might not fully be that means it's not going to be an image. Oluwatosin.
Yeah.
Concerning what you said, it's not going to be an image. It has to be possibly an icon or a vector. And now we can't start putting all of the vector whole thing together to make up a plane right now, because we don't have time on our side anymore. So it has to be an icon or something or a vector, either of the two. You can't use an image because whatever image you bring out, you cannot start editing the color.
Yeah.
Unless you want to change the color of the plane entirely. Should we do that? There's a plugin that allows you to change colors of images entirely.
Oh, we can, because I have one icon now that I can just add. Maybe it might work, it might not work.
Let me see.
Can I bring it in? Okay. If you take out that other plain stuff, we have to reduce this.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that it's either you use an icon.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me remove the other one.
Yeah. Then reduce that one and
Hold on.
I think the question should be what are you guys trying to achieve with the image and everything? You should be able to explain why you need that image. Is it like a filler, or is it that you just want aeroplane? What exactly are you trying to achieve? Those things.
So I think because we're trying to have that plane, that other plane there, that's what I'm trying to suggest. This one. So I like a filler. It's like a point, like it's gonna serve like an arrow to, I don't know, maybe to other sections, kind of.
Exactly. So what is the essence of you adding those icons and vectors and everything? Is it because the project is empty, or you just want to add something? So you need to understand that if you are bringing in the image because the project is empty, you can explore other options. Like if I know all of us have none of the options are wrong, by the way. You need to understand my question. None of them is wrong. I'm just asking for that. You can always think as a UX designer, why do you want those things? There should always be a why for everything. So if you can explain, justify why you need it, because if a stakeholder asks you now why you want that stuff, you should be able to explain.
Okay, so the reason why I'm putting this one is because of we haven't issued that other plane. I don't know why we're adding plane. I'm just trying to suggest other options.
No, you're not getting his response. You're not getting his question. Now let me answer that question so you can understand. The reason why I am putting this plane here is because, one, this is too bare. I feel like it is too bare to depict what we're trying to what we want the users to understand. One. And then two, another reason why I'm using a plane is because it's a travel agency website.
Okay.
If you have a plane there, automatically users, even without having to read the content, from the image and the, and every other thing put together in the image, users are able to understand what I'm trying to like show out there.
Yeah.
Now, that's what he was trying to say. So it's not just about you putting it because you saw that there's a plane here. No.
Like me now, I'm looking at the project. My own feedback, I would say that the white background is too plain. So if I want to ask something, I would say maybe I will add something like a fee, all this I don't know how to call it. See something I just brought in now. This color is not ideal for it, sha, but just permit me. I'm just using it for just this color is not the best, but you guys understand what I'm trying
Okay.
to achieve. Okay. Oh, that was an auto layout. Sorry. Where's your final screen? Sorry. See what I'm doing now. This color is not the best. What the team color? Let me see. All this kind of stuff just to make it a little bit. I don't know, Sha. I mean, it may not be the best plan. It may not be the best, but I'm just thinking of what else we can do. Just find some way to not to allow it too plain. I'm just thinking. I mean,
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, those kind of ideas. Yeah. I mean, we can try something like this one now. See this color, or we totally change the white and use something. Add something a different. I don't know, Sha, my own suggestion. You can try and it doesn't work and we undo it. I mean, that's how design is.
Okay,
Just
yes.
like you
Where's
guys have been
the
saying.
you brought in something now? Where is it?
I think I've removed it too. I've removed it. Look at it here.
All right, let me use that.
Yeah. See, I think just give it a bit feeling right now instead of just making it white. So you may not have need for all this. Of course, plain would also go, Sha. But the fear is distraction. My fear.
Let me do something and see if that works.
Yeah. Then also, if you do your button, your call to action button, you may not. If the design may be complete, it may
That's why
even
I'm
bring
not putting. That's why I'm not putting anything here because our buttons are going to come in here, so I don't want anything
exactly.
here.
So those kind of stuff, you just see. But I'm happy that you guys are contributing because that's how it's going to be in real time.
So what do you guys think?
Let's see what's happening.
Let me preview and then let's see how
Yeah,
this looks like.
yeah.
It's just because of this image, right? Okay, I think what you're trying to do is you want us to create some kind of illumination here, right?
Yeah, kind of,
Using
yes.
this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Just play with the team color, just reduce it a little so that the background will not be too white. That's my see how your preview came out, right?
Image has not loaded.
Your preview did not bring out your image.
It's network, it has not loaded yet.
The
Oh.
image is there in the file.
No, I think it's
No,
network. It's
It's
actually loading.
network now, it's in the file.
Check if okay.
Okay, something came to my mind. Let me try it. Let me remove this first.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, I'm going to do this. Let's stop.
All I want is you.
It's not looking good, right?
I think it's too dim. Reduce the opacity again. Just keep reducing it.
This is 1. Once you put it 0, it becomes FFF. Nah. So this is not gonna work. I mean, that could have actually worked if we were able to. It will not work because of the buttons and all that.
Yeah.
So I think this illumination is just what is going to work. So should we do that? Should we include that? I need everybody to
Yeah.
confirm, please.
Yeah.
Rosaline, I'm not hearing anything. Is she still on this meeting? I
Yes,
need
I
you
am.
guys to say something. Yes, please. I don't think I've heard Alidare Samuel's voice. I have not heard Ezekiel's voice, except when he asked me a question. So please, I need you guys to
I
also
spoke
contribute,
earlier.
I've been
because
speaking
you
now. I've
never
been
can.
speaking.
No, wait, let me land. Don't worry. I'm not using violence this class. Ask Tobe them. They know that I always like to use violence. So you never can tell. You can have an idea in your head, and then once you say it, it could actually work for what we're trying to do here. So please, you guys should try to say something and then contribute to what we're trying to do. Because now this is what is remaining. We're trying to round up with this whole design, and then we're done.
I have an idea in my head, though.
Okay.
So, I know we are trying to add that plane, kind of. What if we create like a stroke pathway and, something like, one second, let me see if I can just, I don't know how to explain it. Sorry. Maybe we create something like this. I don't know if you're seeing the screen. Then instead of straight line, if you come down, you see instead of straight line, we can do like dotted lines. Then we add a plane in front of it. One second. How do I do this thing on big more like this? Dash. If you come now, you see what I'm doing. Something
Okay.
like this, somewhere, maybe somewhere, I don't know. Maybe somewhere, we can just adjust it to fit better, kind of somewhere around, like it's flying across.
Flying across is animation now. You have to just put this. This has to be. You cannot adjust that image because of margins. You
Yeah,
remember,
yeah,
please let
yeah.
me put on
It
the
was
grid so that.
it was a mistake, yeah.
Because everything always has to be within here. So where is it? Where's the stuff you brought in?
I deleted it too. It's not good. It's not
Control Z.
great. Okay. Control Z. This is
All right. Just leave it. Let me. It's an image. This is an image, Tosin.
No, it's not an image. The line is not an image. Just
Sorry,
the
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
How did you generate that image, Tosin?
Which one?
That dot.
It's I use the pen to draw the stroke line, then I change the
Use the
stroke type.
pen to do. That's what I'm saying is this stroke is really thick. I'm trying to see if I make it lighter. This can work, but we have to
Maybe reduce the length of the stroke.
trying to. I don't know, guys. Please do your style guide. The way I'm actually going back to always copy these things, stressful. So let me reduce opacity first. Why did you make it center? It's a stroke now. Let's just be outside. I need to make it lighter. Let's see. We can get an icon for this instead of an image. So
Okay.
let me check for icons. I need icons try to explore more of icons if you're trying to do stuff like this, Tosin,
They
instead
asked me
of
to pay, that's why I'm not doing it though.
what
They
do
asked
you
me to
say?
subscribe. They're asking for subscription.
For what? Subscribe for
They
what?
ask, I don't know. When I try to search for icon, they're saying I should subscribe, blah blah blah.
Where did you
Get
search for?
to get SVG. I think I was using icon 8. Yeah, icon 8. So when I change from PNG to SVG, it's asking for subscription. And I pay for it.
No, it's because you're already doing, it says icons 8 to use. No,
Yeah.
now icons 8 also has like for normal icons. It's because you're choosing for PNG. You have to move it in PNG. Let me bring this in here so I can see what I'm talking about. There's a frame. Let me bring it out so that you can see what I'm saying. Can you see? Let me close this. Now that's Iconify plugin, by the way, guys. So you can see that this is not an image, or this is a vector. This is an icon.
Okay.
So the vector is what makes up the icon. So when you're searching, so let's search for icons 8, guys. Let's just I know we don't have time, but let's just do that so that this is icons 8 to use, right? Tosin.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So I get what you did. But
Yeah. So when I
yes. These icons 8 don't really have for like normal icons, always like in either PNG or SVG. So but it works. It depends on what you want to do actually. There are times where I use this, but I rarely use this, right? Except I really want to explore their illustrations and all that. They really have good illustrations. But you could actually check for feather icons, Iconify. I think I have a whole lot of them saved. Font awesome icons. I might put them out down in the group. So you can check for these plugins and those ones will actually work. Please. So you always need to try to always use icons instead of images. So let's adjust this. Well done, guys. I'm just trying to explore and see how this can work. I like this idea. We make it straight. What do you think, guys? Because of this icon we have there, I think we should reduce. We don't need this end arrow. What do you guys think? And I think it's too long.
The opacity of that line should, I think we should reduce it.
I'm using the pen tool, guys. I hope you guys know what I'm doing. Okay, then we have this, right? Let me zoom in. So you said I should reduce the opacity of the line, right?
Yes.
So let's see 50. So I think this is okay. Now the question is, where do we put this in the image, in the design?
You can still
Now,
put it
guys, you really
behind.
have to be careful. If you can see, something happened here. When you bring in an icon, you always have a vector and a frame that houses the vector that sums everything up together into an icon. Now, because I was trying to reduce the size of this and then looking at this, you can see that it's separated from the frame itself. When you come in, you can see that they are not together. The vector is outside, so I have to bring this back in. It is still separate, so I think another way to do this is put it back to 0. Okay, guys. So this is what we have. So now where do we think we need to put this? Let's wrap up this. Where do you think we need to put this? Okay, let me remove I need you guys to say something so that we can wrap up with this. I'm trying to finish up with the buttons that is meant to be there.
We can put it somewhere behind, probably pointing down to login, kind of. I don't know. Maybe. Just strategically.
Pointing down to login.
Like pointing up to login.
Somebody else should say something, please. I need you guys I need to know that you guys are following up on this. Let's put our heads together and see what we can do so that we can finish up with this.
Okay, hi everyone. Good evening.
Thank you, Jesus.
Why? So we could put it. Sorry, I don't feel too good. We could put it from on top of this. I can't really see the yes, it's not so. Thank you. So from that, your gate will from on top of it to so it's pointed down to probably sign in and all that. But I think it's still a bit it's still long. But I really do not
Yes,
know.
it's going to be too long. Imagine all
It's
the way
too
from
long.
here down to this place.
Except we don't really need the dash. Just need
the icon.
Yes.
Okay, so if we're going to use only the icon, where do we place the icon? If you're going to use only the icon, then it has to be an image. It doesn't have to be an icon anymore.
Then just put it on top of your gateway to this thing. Like it
Okay.
from yes,
On
the
top of
space.
here.
Yes. Not here, no, you here. Oh, sorry, I'm using my mouse. On top of the best destination, I really don't know if it makes sense, but
Okay, here.
yes.
All right. Let me add up this button because we're supposed to have a CTA here so that when users are done, they can actually plan their trip.
My own suggestion is once we're done with the button, the pattern can start from plan your trip all the way up, but it has to be very short. Then the airplane probably stops at
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking of that too.
Yeah. I think that's the best thing we can go for, from my own opinion. But others might have something else.
I don't need to explain what I'm doing, guys, right? You guys know what I'm doing. Okay, there's something I need to say, but maybe when we're done with this, I would just change this back to frame. So it's 24. What? What's going on? Close. I have to reduce this because it's making it look like the word is too long. Explore travels. I mentioned something about doing this. Always do this so that your work is scalable. You have this done. For those that are joining late, I do this because I do this because of this. The reason why these buttons do not go through is because I didn't do this. So you always have to change it from whole content to fill container, right? And then it's like this. And then you can now, I'm having an issue with this. Frame. Okay, this is on fill. Then this is on fill. All right. So left hero text. So we have this. Let's put it back and then see how it looks like. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I was speaking and I was thinking I was still in the meeting. I hope nobody has disappeared because the class has not ended. Can you guys see my screen?
No, we can't see your screen.
Okay. You can now, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is what we're able to come up with. So what do you guys think? I think we're good to go with this. I'd really love for us to put this arrow. Let me I'm trying to group it. So Rosaline was saying something about me doing this here, right? Oh, no, from here, right? But the issue is from plan the trip now, where does it go all up to? Can anybody hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't. Maybe that might not because now it's already climbing over explore travel button. I'm gonna work.
Yes, but even if
What
you want
if?
to do this, where does it? I'm thinking maybe down to this phone that she's holding here.
Yeah. So, or what if you take the arrow from the passport down to login? So the arrow is behind her, so it goes from that passport down to login. Yeah, but we might need to, tweak the um, the line a little bit.
So from here down to login.
Yeah, but we might need to tweak that line.
It has to be signing, not login.
Yeah, or signing. Yeah.
Okay, let me do it here.
What's the difference between signing and login?
Signing is register now. Oh, sign up. Okay. So are you guys seeing what I'm doing?
Yes.
Where's our aeroplane? Done. Where is the plane that I brought in now, man?
It has gone outside the frame.
Our plane have lost. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
It has taken flight.
Can you imagine? It's because I grouped it. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
No, I can hear you.
My network is messing up. All right, so we're going to have to do this back to where's that vector?
I have an idea.
Let me try to finish this first and let's see how that turns out. Right? And guys, remember, icons are always meant to be 24 by 24, except in rare cases when you want to be really, really bold, then you could do 48 by 48. I had to say that before. There's no consistency between this and this. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's looking alright for me.
I think it's okay for me now. So be every other person, and Ayodeji is not on this call.
Can we add like a circle at the end of that other edge pointing to the passport? Like it look like a dot, like a starting point to indicate the starting point, kind of
Add what?
like is a point behind, like here, like is there like a small
So you
point?
have to change. If you do that, that means you also need to do it here too.
So it's gonna look like like a starting point, then this is the end point, which is the plane. The edge point, starting point. We don't have to add it to the other point. I don't know if you understand. Like a circle. No, not an arrow, a circle. A circle arrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see that the image is already more than this, so we have to increase the height of this so that it covers the image. Yeah. So this is our hero section. We have the mag menu. The reason why this is standing out now is because it's not completely inside. Sure, you guys know this. You can see it's not completely inside, but it has to be this way, actually, because of spacing issues. You might likely have to bring this down, but I think it's okay like this. What frame is this? Oh, this is meant to come into the image. Oh my God. You see that you guys will always have to. Okay, this is the image itself. Ctrl Z. So it is going inside here. So you see everything is now in the hero section. So you have just three things. Okay. So you have hero section. You have your, there's meant to be spacing between these things, guys. So let's give it a spacing of 16. No, just horizontal spacing. What did I just do? Ctrl Z. Maybe spacing here. So you can see that the spacing is now affected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 50. So we come down to hero section. Then also make it 50. That's the problem with this because it's not grouped. I don't want to group it. Okay. Now we're going to have to adjust because this has gotten, okay, it has not gotten to the end. Okay, so we're good to go. So guys, you have your hero section ready. So I've come to the end of this class and I'm so happy that you guys followed up with the interactions and every other thing that we did for this class. The key things that you guys need to know is that when you're designing, it might also get to a point that you don't even have an idea anymore. There is nobody that it doesn't happen to actually, right? Where you're thinking in your head, but then nothing shows up, nothing is coming out at all. You just really have to take a break. Sometimes it's just a break that you need. And then once you take that break, every other thing is okay. Every other thing is fine. And then always make use of auto layout, please. You guys should always make use of auto layout. It is really, really very, very important. And that's why I'm saying this, because it makes everything easy. It makes your work easy. If you want to scale and everything that you need to do, it makes everything just as easy. So the assignment is design. How many people are on this class? So we have about 6 of us. So your assignment is going to be design an e-tech platform. So an e-tech platform is something like Google, Coursera, you have Paddy Code, yeah, of course, that's an e-tech, right? So design an e-tech website, sorry, landing page, a full landing page. That's what I need you guys to do. So design a full landing page. There's a landing page I saw here when I started this. Okay. Now, this is a full landing page where you have the hero section. Now, you now have to start. The next thing that goes is all of these things that you guys want to talk about here, right? That's whatever you have in your nav link. For here, we have destinations, we have in whatever that we designed, right? So you're going to start putting everything down. You go online, search for landing page designs, get inspirations. Do you understand? Wherever you're stuck, if you see a particular design that you're trying to do and you cannot achieve it, get into my DM and we're going to walk right through it. So I need everybody, and whatever you're doing, you need to have your testimonials. You need to also have like categories about us of the page, what your page is talking about, right? So for example, Paddy Code will also have like testimonials from students that, I learned UI UX design with Paddy Code. It was an awesome experience, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, you have your footer page. Now this is footer page where I said, whatever spacing you have here, between here and here has to be the same what you have here. You can, if you want, you can recreate this exact layout, right? If you want, but let it be about e-tech. Let it be an educational website. So I need you guys to design a landing page for an e-tech platform. So that's the assignment. And please do your assignment on this file. Please let it be on this file, right? When you go to general Paddy Code file, you go to high fidelity design, then you do it here. When you do it, when you're done, go to comment, click on comment here and tag me, please. So that I can get a notification and I can come. I don't want to comment. Why is it showing this? So I can
So
get a
we are not going to get to any website and then do the same thing, or are we working with anything?
No, I'm not giving you an inspiration.
Okay.
Just design an e-tech platform. When you go online, you're going to see a lot of e-tech websites. If you choose to recreate, no problem. But my own is, I'm not giving you any platform to recreate so that people can come up with different ideas and different things. Just design a landing page. Let's say, for example, a client meeting and say, I'm going to pay you 150K. Please design a landing page for me for my educational website. Do you understand? Now, the client is not going to tell you, I want the layout like this, so I want this particular color. No, you're going to have to do all of that by yourself in a proper organization. I don't want to use the word proper, but a lot of companies actually based abroad always have like different people assigned. So you have UI designers, you have the researchers, you have the interaction designers. Do you understand? You have the UX writers. So if you're actually working like a group of companies, you have like a UX writer, that will do all of the content for this. Your own is just to design and use lorem ipsum text, right? Dummy text. And then the UX writer will just edit whatever it is she has to edit. But now, Nigeria now, you know how it is for us. We do everything from the content to the design to the images, everything to the research, you're doing everything yourself. So assignment is design an e-tech landing page for design a landing page for an e-tech platform. I'm still going to put that on the group so that you guys would not forget. So thank you so much for joining the class. Don't forget, please,
So I have a
I need
question. I have a
this.
question.
Okay.
Concerning that vector stuff that you said that it must be in the frame, what exactly will happen if they're in the frame?
I didn't hear you.
That vector, that plain vector, you said that it must be in the frame.
Okay.
Like what exactly will happen? Like if they're in the frame, like what will happen?
Nothing will happen if it's not in the frame. But
So
this whole thing, right? We just use this to do this.
no,
From a
not
developer
that,
stand,
not the dots. The icon vector, the icon.
where my cursor is, right?
Yes, the frame and the vector.
Exactly what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
We just did this to illustrate what we're trying to see, right? Now, from a developer standpoint, he's going to have to build this on the website itself. So let's assume it's an actual website. He's going to have to do this. That is why it's not going to do anything. It's not a must that it has to be in the frame, because this is more like you're trying to show action that, oh, for them to do this, they can actually easily just sign up. Do you understand?
I'm not talking about the role section now. Sorry, can you hear me?
You're talking about this, Toby, isn't it?
Yeah, the icon.
And I'm trying to explain to you that this icon is together with this dash line.
No, I'm not talking about the frame, that frame exactly. I'm talking about, so when you put in your icon here, there's always a frame that comes with the vector.
I didn't hear you at all. Your line was breaking. I'm busy my line.
Sorry. When you remove the vector from that frame sector, that frame icon.
Oh, is that what you mean? Okay.
Yes. What will happen if you're not in the frame?
Like this, right?
Yes. What will happen if you're not in the
It
frame?
will be scattered now. To be scattered. So sort of the frame sort of helps you to house it well.
Okay.
Do you understand? So because there are vectors that are broken down, but this particular vector is one. I've deleted that aeroplane. Oh, I would have showed you guys. That's plane that we were using to work. I've deleted it, but if you there are some vectors you see that once you click on the vector, you see plenty vectors. Now so many vectors make up an icon.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Let me zoom in. Now, this is just one vector.
Okay.
So it is easier for you to even move this. Right? It's easier for you to even move this. But there might be some kind of icons you're trying to bring in, and they will have plenty vectors. These icons are designed that way. There are people that are icon designers.
Okay.
Right? Is their special, just like you have illustrators and they have 3D designers and the rest of it, right? There are people that are icon designers, and so they use vectors to make up icons. So if you don't house the vector, it's going to look scattered. Imagine when you have so many vectors. After this now you have plenty. It's like there's so much that makes up that particular icon. So if you don't click the frame itself, when you start clicking on one vector, it's just picking one of them one by one, And the way you now want to now move it, you end up scattering the whole icon itself. So it's always good to take it from the frame, right?
Okay.
So always be in a frame. So that's that. So I'm going to have to end the class now. Please, today is Saturday. I know we have our group project to do. So let me say, before the end of next week, Friday, I need my assignment ready. Please. And remember, guys, do it on this file so that I can easily track and monitor, and then also give a comment, tag me so that I can always reply to the comment and then give my feedback when it's where you need to improve or where you did better. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So thank you so much, guys. We spent 2 hours and 30 minutes or more than that. So thank you so much for coming on this class with me. So I think I don't have another class with you guys. So this is like going to be like an official last class for me. Your next
We are
class
going
is
to
going
meet
to be
you.
on somebody was saying something.
I said we are going to miss you if this is your last class.
Are you sure you will miss me? I'm not sure.
Just like 2 classes that you didn't take, I was looking for you already, sir.
But I'm always here. I mean, you can always send a message, and
Okay.
I'm always ready to assist in whatever it is, right? So that
All right, ma'am.
we can get the job done. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye.
too. Yeah.
Right.
Bye.
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 Bye.